The village of Anduang nestled quietly along a gentle hillside, where golden rice fields shimmered under the soft autumn sunlight. Whenever the wind swept through, waves of ripening grain whispered like they were telling ancient tales of the earth. In the distance, rows of maple trees stood in perfect lines, their leaves turning shades of gold and crimson, each one drifting down like a tiny piece of an autumn painting. At the heart of the village stood a small primary school, its walls painted a warm yellow, its roof tiled in bright red, surrounded by blooming golden chrysanthemums. Every day, the schoolyard rang with laughter and the patter of little feet during recess, bringing warmth to anyone who passed by. An Duong Primary School was more than a place of learning, it was the heart of the community. It hosted festivals, gatherings, and countless shared moments. Every wall and every worn step carried the footprints of generations of students. When autumn arrived, it wasn't just the leaves that changed color, the air itself seemed livelier, filled with anticipation for the autumn fair, the biggest and most eagerly awaited event of the year. For the village children, the fair wasn't just a chance to play, it was an opportunity to create, to show their talents, and to contribute to something meaningful for the school and the community. It was in this joyful atmosphere that Lin's story began. That morning, the sky was crystal clear, sunlight spilling gently through the maple branches, casting long golden streaks across the brick-paved schoolyard. The steady beat of the school drum called students back to their first lesson of the day. In Class 4B, rows of wooden desks stood neatly in place, windows wide open to welcome the cool breeze carrying the scent of ripe rice. Lin sat in the third row, her dark eyes occasionally drifting toward the playground, watching a few golden leaves spiral slowly to the ground. Though Ms. Han was teaching fractions at the front of the class, Lin's mind was elsewhere, filled with images of the upcoming fair. Last year, the money raised had gone toward building a new row of wash basins for the students. This year, she had overheard that the funds would be used to renovate the school library, her favorite place to spend recess. Ms. Han's voice suddenly broke into her thoughts. Class, I have some exciting news. This year, we're holding the biggest autumn fair yet. Each class will come up with their own stall idea. All the money we raise will go toward repairing the library. The room instantly buzzed with energy. Chairs scraped, whispers filled the air, and Lin felt her heartbeat quicken. This was her chance to be creative and help improve the library. Hands shot up across the room. Min suggested a balloon popping game, while Thao wanted to sell sweet green rice pudding and pickled dragontamelon juice. After listening for a moment, Lin slowly raised her hand. Ms. Han, I think we could have a maple leaf painting stall and also sell pumpkin cakes. The class reacted with a chorus of intrigued murmurs. Lin explained with a smile. We could collect the prettiest golden maple leaves, press them flat, and paint little pictures on them. People could take their creations home as keepsakes. And pumpkin cakes are delicious, perfect for autumn, and sure to be a hit. Ms. Han nodded approvingly. That's a wonderful idea, creative and full of the autumn spirit. What do you all think? Hands went up everywhere in agreement. The class voted to combine both ideas into their main stall. The crafty students would press the leaves and prepare paints, while another group would learn pumpkin cake recipes from parents. The excitement was so tangible it felt as if the fair were already just around the corner. As the sun dipped toward the west, a golden glow washed over the schoolyard. The loudspeaker announced the fair's closing, but laughter and hurried footsteps still filled the space as people made last-minute purchases. Class 4B's maple leaf and pumpkin cake stall had nearly sold out, with only a few painted leaves and one tray of cakes left, quickly snapped up by the final visitors. The students gathered to count their earnings, and when Ms. Han announced they had far exceeded expectations, cheers erupted. It wasn't just the joy of success. Each student felt proud knowing they had contributed to something meaningful, something that would improve the library they all loved. Lin stood quietly to the side, hugging a sketchbook filled with the day's most beautiful painted leaves, gazing at the slowly emptying schoolyard. She felt a warmth that came not only from the fading sunlight but from the sense of closeness between teachers, friends, and neighbors. As the stalls were dismantled and the schoolyard grew quiet again, the memories of the day lingered. On the walk home, Lin held her best friend's hand, excitedly recounting the fair's most memorable moments. She knew that no matter where life took her, The autumn of that year, with its golden maple leaves and the sweet scent of pumpkin cakes, would remain one of the most treasured memories of her childhood.